I wanted to film a video about relationships and my 5 tips on keeping a long, healthy relationship. I have been dating my boyfriend now for, it'll be 10 months coming up the 20th, and we have been like talking and dating like all together for about a year now coming up. So I wanted to quickly film this video. I thought it would be kind of informative and just interesting, and kind of just like, I love talking videos and I just kind of want to talk, you know, just with my Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington cup of coffee, because I just got out of school and I am tired AF. I don't know if I'm like the only one who like takes naps right after school, but that's me. And I was like, I need to film this video. I want to film this video. So, got me some coffee. So yeah, these are my 5 tips to a long relationship. Just a disclaimer, me and my boyfriend are not perfect in any way. But we have been dating a long time. We do love each other a lot. So, I have 5 tips that I wrote down in my notes here, and I'm just going to kind of elaborate on the notes that I made. The first one is be vulnerable / be open. To elaborate on that, you want to be open in a relationship. You want to be vulnerable in a relationship. You do not need to be afraid to show your emotions, to show how you feel towards someone. You need to express how you're feeling, express your emotions. Yeah, exactly how you're feeling to your partner, because that is going to definitely connect you guys and help you guys, you know, kind of just work things out, especially if you're in a fight and someone keeps their stuff all in. That's the problem I have. I keep usually all my problems in, and sometimes like I feel like that's best, but in a relationship it really is not the best option, because you do need to tell your partner how you feel, because if you don't do that, your partner's not going to know, and it's just not going to be a good situation. Also, guys have a problem of not showing enough emotion. Not all guys, but I know like quite a few guys aren't comfortable sharing their emotions. So just sharing your emotions to your partner is just helps the relationship. You need to tell your partner how you feel, because then your partner's not going to know that you feel that way. And you know, if you're like in love with them, like tell them. If you know, aren't comfortable with something that your partner is doing, you need to tell them, because you need to communicate those things, because communication is definitely key in any relationship. I feel like I just kind of rambled on that one, but oh well. Okay, the next one is be honest / trusting. So this goes hand in hand, because first of all, you need to be honest with your partner. You cannot keep certain stuff in. There's certain stuff that I have told my boyfriend that is something that I shouldn't have been doing. And I tell my partner that, and we move on. Like, that is something you need to do, because if you keep everything in, you're gonna feel guilty. Your relationship is not gonna be as open. You're not gonna be as communicating as well. And that's just not a good thing to have. You want to be honest with your partner. You want to be honest with your relationship, and you need to tell your partner if you are doing something you shouldn't be doing, or just anything. Like, you need to be honest, because that is definitely going to help the relationship. Also, trusting. You need to trust. On the other hand, you need to trust. Say your partner is going to the gym or something. You do not need to be that crazy girlfriend and being like, oh my god, like I need to be there, like I need to be with him at all times. Like, you need to be trusting. You need to be in a relationship, you must be trusting, and that goes with honesty. Like, your partner should be honest with you, and that will build trust, and you need that in a relationship, because you do not want to be thinking about if your boyfriend's cheating on you, or if your boyfriend's doing something they shouldn't be doing, like, and telling them things that you don't feel comfortable telling. You should tell them anyway, because then they feel trusting, you guys have a mutual connection. It just works hand in hand, if that makes any sense. And I know that when I'm honest with someone, or honest with my boyfriend or whatever, like, I feel like this weight has been lifted off my chest, and that's what you want, you know? Yeah, if you do not have a trusting or honest relationship, you're not gonna have a relationship at all. Next is something a lot of people have trouble with. I don't really have trouble in this way, but I do, I have been with a guy who had this problem, and this is be an individual. You do not need to lean on someone else for your happiness. You do not need to let yourself go in a relationship. I also am witnessing this right now with someone at my school. I don't really want to say much like details or anything, but basically this guy is kind of changing into someone I'm thinking he doesn't want to be just because of this girl that he's dating. And so you do not want to be that way. You do not, if you guys break up or whatever, you want to be your individual self. You will not know what to do with yourself if you are not an individual anymore and you guys like were a couple and then you broke it off and you're like half a person. Like, you need to still like the things that you liked before the relationship. You need to go out by yourself, go do things by yourself or with your friends or whatever. You do not need to be with your partner 24/7. And I have a problem with that. I do. I am with my boyfriend like all the time, but we still are individual people. We both act different, like we have different interests, and that's okay, and that's the way it needs to be, because you guys, you never know what will happen in the future, and if you guys break up again, what are you gonna do then? And you do not want to lose your interest, because then once you lose interest, you lose yourself, you lose your happiness and what makes you the happiest. That also goes with my fourth tip, being happy. You need to be happy in a relationship. If you are not happy in a relationship, move on from it. As simple as that. If you aren't happy, like, why are you in it, you know? And it may be hard. You're gonna think about the good times you had. If you are not happy in a relationship, say something's going on, say you're abused in a certain way, or say you're just mentally not there, you're not very invested into the relationship like you should be, or the other person's not invested into the relationship, and you guys aren't mutually invested in one another, then you need to move on. And that is because you are not happy, and if you are not happy, there's no point in being in a relationship. But if you guys both are happy, then that's going to create a long relationship. I mean, as simple as that. The last and final tip I have is be affectionate. I feel that this is a very, very, very important part of a relationship, because if you guys aren't affectionate, then it just doesn't work. You will not feel connected. You guys are basically just best friends, and yeah, that is perfectly fine. In a relationship, you do want to be best friends, and that is also another tip, another thing that definitely helps in a relationship. You need to be best friends, but that's on a whole nother topic. But yeah, be affectionate. That kind of just makes you closer, but it just like makes you feel good. It makes your partner feel good, and it just helps the relationship in general. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but you just need to be affectionate. I mean, if you guys lose affection, and that's why a lot of marriages fail, is because there's not a lot of affection in the relationship anymore, and it's just boring, and it's just, you don't want to be around each other anymore because, you know, you don't feel loved, you don't feel like you're wanted really in the relationship. So that's definitely an important part of any relationship, marriage, whatever. So yeah, those are my 5 tips. If you guys enjoyed, then please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And also, leave me a comment if you guys have any questions about relationships, about anything, advice type thing. I can just like have a little sit down coffee talk about anything. And I like giving advice. I'm not that great at it, but I like talking, and I like talking to the camera, and if I could do this all the time, I would. So yeah, give us a like, subscribe, and also comment, like I said, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!